Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Now, before we started, you said Gene was instrumental in protecting so many from the atrocities that Diddy could have committed while if his presence had not have been there. Just give us some of the harrowing tales of just Gene in those years.
There's a million things I could tell you. There were a lot of fights at those old rap shows. What I can say was he was the peacemaker. Period. Didn't nobody want to feel what he had to give. And he was never quick to give it. He gave a word, and that was understood. And it was the confidence that was built around his character that made Bad Boy so feared. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody want what he had or the people he could call to back up what he said. That gave Bad Boy a presence not to be fucked with. You know, Death Row had Suge, but Suge was the CEO. Diddy wasn't that.
Yeah.
But he had Gene, see. And Gene kept him honest. Like, you gotta remember, all of these people been knowing each other since high school. We talking back in the day. You know, even out, like, when people don't even realize, like, I'll Be Sure and Pete Rock, they're best friends, yo.
Right.
They went to high school together. They've been best friends since 10th grade. People change a lot when money and circumstances come into the way. How a person acted in the 10th grade is going to be very different than how they act with $500 million and an axe to grind. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different person.
Did Gene Deal ever have to talk to Suge one-on-one? Did they ever?
From what I know, I'm sure there was interaction, but no, Gene didn't fuck around. Like, his loyalty was to crew, which is why I don't like talking about his story, because there's other parts of that story that I don't know if anybody can talk about.
Really?
At the end of the day, they made sure Gene wasn't present when Biggie was shot. He didn't want to leave Big's side. But they made sure he stepped away. Which is why I find it disgusting that Reggie Wright Jr. has anything to say about anything at all. Because he was the head of security and he was supposed to be making sure the block was tight. That gimp-ass fucking wheelchair bitch. He should be sitting down. He was sitting down on the most important night of their lives. Protecting Big at all costs. They made sure Gene wasn't there.
If Big doesn't die, do you get a Puff Daddy the way he turns out now?
Fuck no.
Does Big keep Puff in check?
Oh, absolutely. Big and Kim. Kim had she had the little babies. Junior Mafia loyal to Kim. What else was there? Biggie, Kim, Junior. What else was there? Total, my Kima, my friend, love her to death. Total couldn't carry that. 112 couldn't carry that. Carl Thomas couldn't carry that. They were all able to survive because of the dynasty that came with Big and Junior Mafia.
So no one tells P. Diddy what to do. Like,
absolutely.
Who tells him what to do?
Clive Davis in the beginning. No, he didn't empower him. That motherfucker put his ass on a block. He gave him power. And all he had to do was diddle-dee-dee and diddle-dee-dum. Like, he wasn't gonna tell Gene and them that's how he was getting the money.
Right.
Let's be real about that. You think he was going to admit to these niggas who he went to school with, who essentially he asked to come to make his G official? Right. Like you heard him say, Christopher Williams, street nigga, gangster nigga, Pete Rock, I'll Be Short, they niggas from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Gene Deal. Like, ain't nobody looking at how Puff positioned himself. There was a wall of protection and talent and brilliance around him. Nobody had to look at him for real, for real. And the truth is nobody did. Everybody laughed and joked about him dancing like a fucking idiot in all them goddamn videos. Twirling around in circles and shit. This nigga been wild. Like, you know. So I'm just saying, they didn't know. And he wasn't telling them. They just know he got the budget. He go to LA, he talk to Clive, he come back with the bread. Apparently, he has this man's confidence. Yeah, I'm sure that man was very confident with his penis in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Clive is a whole freak.
You think Clive put him on to all
I know. Clive, that's what he do. Queen Clive. Long may she reign in hell.
When 50 Cent...
Don't nobody want to talk about why R. Kelly's bus was parked in Clive Davis's driveway, why his tour bus was parked in Clive Davis's driveway at the house where the shit went down between Chris and Rihanna. Don't nobody want to talk about why it was filled with video girls who were being trafficked. And he was never questioned by Me Too. Why ain't nobody from Me Too saying anything? They had so much to say about Harvey Weinstein, who's now all his charges is being dropped. So much for their investigation. Guess it was a little paper thin. I don't know. These bitches was mad talkative. They was on the fucking news every goddamn day. And then they brought that witch bitch fucking Rose McGowan, fresh off a breakup with Marilyn Manson, feeling low, gave her a cause. You like the shit you did with Harvey Weinstein, bitch. Don't front. That's real rad. Why didn't they ask Leah Remini? She's a little more credible. But then again, she might have been able to pull some of their cards because a lot of them motherfuckers is involved in that Scientology bullshit too. That's LA. I love the work that me and Odell are doing right now. We've been documenting my history in Los Angeles, all 25 years from 1999 to now. And, you know, I just said something off the cuff and he was like, no, you're right. LA is a graveyard. It's a graveyard. Whether it's dead hopes and dreams or stars. Like riding to the corner where Biggie was killed. I was just there. Literally. And that building, it's this big, gaudy, Masonic looking thing. You know, it's all right, architecturally wise. But what gets really interesting about it is when the sun goes down, they turn the lights on, blood red, pure blood red. The whole building glows in pure blood red. I don't know, that just feels disturbing to me. You put this thing up that looks like some kind of Masonic monument. where Biggie Smalls was shot to death. And at night, you thought that the color should be blood red. I don't know. Then we're in Vegas and we go down to Flamingo and Cobo, where Tupac was shot. And we're walking around and we're going over the details. And I'm like, tell me it's not wrong. Something's wrong with the story. They pulled up, you could feel it. And and he's like, hold up. I'm like, the feds were sitting right there. The car allegedly pulled up. We even went and talked to a 24-year-old kid who was like, I'm like, it was the weekend of the Tyson fight. The strip is packed on fight weekends up until 5 a.m. in the morning. That shooting didn't happen that late. Somewhere in between 2 and 3, correct? That would have been a very busy time. There were no eyewitnesses. And there was 2 gas stations, cat-a-corner. They pulled the footage from the weakest side, where there was nothing but blind spots. We saw it for ourselves. Why did they get the shittiest footage? How did Tupac catch all that heat and Suge only got nicked? And he's 4 times bigger than this nigga. He's a much bigger target. Tupac could have dodged them bullets. It's not adding up.
So I want to get a little deeper with the Tupac, right? So, you go back to his old music and then he starts, you listen to it and he says, Illuminati all in your body.
Yeah.
Can Jaguar Wright break down what is he talking about? Illuminati, what is he saying?
He's telling the truth. He's saying what he said. That this is what they do. This is the industry. This is who they work for, and this is what they're willing to do to work their agenda on you, through you, whether you like it or not. That's what that means.
You spoke about Scientology.
Yeah.
Does that have to do with anything with the Illuminati, or is that this separate entity?
They're separate entities, but they work in tandem.
Right.
They spy on each other's people for each other.
Right.
If they don't want to make it look like they're stalking one of their, defectees, they'll ask somebody from TMZ to do it for them. Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud, allegedly. Harvey. They farm it out, make it seem like it's just paparazzi stuff when they're actually doing investigation. And Scientologists, they're relentless. A lot of people farm out their gaslighting work to them for a profit. That's LA. LA is information. Information and what you can hide. Not what you can prove, but what you can hide. Why ain't nobody talking about the fact that those Diddy tunnels go to Hugh Hefner's house? Allegedly. He lives right around the corner. Why ain't nobody talking about that? Why ain't nobody talking about, it's very interesting that Diddy bought a house that just so happened to have tunnels underneath it that go to the Playboy Mansion. Allegedly. I don't know why. They don't ever seem to talk about the Playboy Mansion. They talk about Bill Cosby and all the Playboy bunnies that he fucked underage, who he gave quaaludes to and all of that shit, but they don't talk about the fact that it happened in the Playboy Mansion. That has been legend to have had tunnels for decades, and LAPD knew about it, allegedly. Allegedly, there are tunnels in Calabasas as well. I hope Kendrick bought the right house. I can't wait to see what he gonna find. You know, the thing I think that's messing everybody's head up is that all of this wild shit is going on right in front of their faces and they're not understanding how they're missing it. Yet it's all happening right in front of their face. Like the Willow conversation, the Smith family conversation that we had.
In your face.
In your face.
Like, put out in your face.
I mean, there's multiple videos of this man forcibly trying to tongue kiss his son. On some Dalai Lama shit, suck my tongue. All right. You may see the Dalai Lama
we know how it works.
telling the little boys.
We seen it. That's
like, they talk about Nature Boy. This
And the Tom Brady kiss, the Tom Brady kissing his son. I thought that was just crazy. Like, who does that?
You know, they supposed to be Portuguese? I don't know. Maybe he done crossed over. I don't know.
So 50 Cent,
he took airs out of ball to win, games. Who knows? I don't know. I tell you what, he loved football more than he loved his supermodel wife. I'm still trying to understand. The bitch worth a whole lot more money than you. He got it made. And you said, fuck you, bitch, I want football. Yo, that's deep. That's deep. I don't know. Maybe he just liked the locker room. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you gotta go to the locker room to get to the ball. You know what I'm saying? Everybody naked. No Diddy. I don't know. I'm looking at everybody sideways these days. All you men, stop kissing your sons in the mouth. Just, kiss them on the forehead or something. I don't know. Maybe refrain. Maybe just refrain, from the kissing on your child altogether.
Give him a hug.
I don't know. Pound. Dap it up. Love you, kid. You know what I mean?
So
I do that and I'm a chick.
Right. Right.
Like, I ain't kissing my kids in the mouth. Fuck you doing? Look, we was close enough with the womb.
Right.
Now you out. You got your mouth, I got mine.